It's been almost 4 months now. Giving out jugs, you know. Walking around, going to different classrooms. Sometimes students just go crazy. This guy was mad. I don't know why. Picked up the desk he was in, tossed her out the window. We've actually had to send 2 students to the hospital after receiving jugs. They actually hurt themselves, and one time heard another student who was laughing at him. Now that I think about it, I remember once, my first month, one of my first jugs I gave out, he was just going crazy. Luckily, I had to run to the dean's office, and he has a tranquilizer gun.
Oh.
Not supposed to talk about that.
I need a jug.
Justice under God, a term that when turned into an acronym strikes fear into the hearts and minds of all who feel its wrath. Hello, I'm Robbie Fitzsimmons, and I'm here today to take you on a wild and whimsical journey through this form of punishment that we know as JUG. Now what we tried to do with this video is educate you, the audience, on how this wild and whimsical form of punishment that we know as JUG works exactly. Join me tonight as we start with JUG's humble beginnings and move all the way to modern day accounts from both students and teachers to lead you on a magical journey that you'll never forget. We hope you enjoy our movie, for after all, it was made for you. So lay back, watch, and enjoy the JUG.
First of all, we'll explain what JUG stands for. J for justice, U for under, G for God.
How is
the razor strap is roughly usually about 3 or 4 feet long and about 4 feet wide. And when applied with great force, we started by using the same instruments that were used by Puritans, stockades. So violation of the punishment, your head and your hands and your feet go in these holes, and then you're stuck in there, and then they would let all the seniors come by and throw eggs at the person in the stocks. That was part of the punishment.
Couldn't this be considered torture?
There are those who probably would look upon that, but then you have to look upon the solitary part of it.
Alright, so I'm in the gym and the bell rings, and I'm late for psychology class. So I grab my book, and I figure, I'm already late, so I better just run across the gym. And so I run out of the gym, I run across McCarter, and I happen to run across like the grass. Hey you! What? And the dean pulls me over and he's like, "Hey Darrin, go get a jug for 1, being late, and for 2, running across the grass." And I'm like, "Well, why do I have to get a jug for running across the grass for?" And he's like, "That's the new rule, and I'm the dean. Why don't talk back to me?" And I was like, "Well, fine, I'll go get a jug for being late, but I'm not gonna get a jug for running across the grass." And he's like, "If you give me lip one more time, you're getting a Saturday."
Hi, my name is Patrick Schneider. I'm the former Dean of Students here at Bellarmine College Preparatory. Back in the day, we would have maybe 15 to 20 students a day in JUG and over 150 school days. So doing the math here, that's quite a few students in JUG over the course of the year, not counting the Saturday JUGs, which were my specialty for doling those out. I do miss back, as when I think back over the fun punishments that we have, certainly Casey at the bat, which Father McFadden insisted we have as part of our JUG routine, was a fan favorite. The cremation of Sam McGee was also a good one. And then we also have, things that I miss, toes cut off, thumbs cut off. JUG is not what it used to be when the Mafia was running it, but, we're making do, and it seems that students are still pretty darn well behaved.
Do you think people liked you for giving them jugs?
Not a bit.
Were you made out to be the villain?
I was the bitch in the dean's office.
I'm looking over these notes. Man, you better not fold that into a paper airplane. And folds into a paper airplane, thinking he's funny, and throws it. Don't. And, which wouldn't be a big deal, but it happened to land up in the tree. And I kind of needed him to study for this test because I need to pass that class. So I just figured I'd climb up in the tree to get him. And so I climbed up the tree to get my notes, and a certain member of the Bellarmine faculty told me to go for a jug.
I'm Dean Costante! Remove yourself from that tree! You have a jug!
Aw.
Don't you throw your homework at me, young man!
Can't even get down.
Yeah, we have a pretty good system here. You see, what we've done is we've rigged up the vending machine with the sign, so we have a perfect trap. And what we do is wait for a student to put their money in, and we get the profit. And as soon as they grab that food, then we busted them for eating illegally. We give them a jug too. Free labor and money, 2 for 1. Excuse me, is that food in your hands?
Yeah, I just
Go get a jug. Don't you see the sign? No food or drinks in the hall. Get out of here.
It's my food.
That's my change too. Thank you.
So do you enjoy giving jugs to students?
There's nothing better. No more satisfying feeling in the world.
My name is David Hood. I'm a senior at Bellarmine College Preparatory. In my time at Bellarmine, I've received over 3 days worth of JUG. Senior year alone, I've received 38 hours of detention. I received JUG for certain things like, being completely late to first period 2 weeks in a row, just completely skipping class. I just slept in, I wasn't trying to be late. And another time in the cafeteria, I stabbed a kid with a spork. He was throwing salad at me, so I just lost it. I think I'm a pretty normal kid. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm a pretty normal kid. I like to hang out at the mall, I like to ride bikes, I like to drive around. Just normal kid kind of stuff. Sorry. It's been hard to adjust to a school like Bellarmine, though, coming from a public school. I'm not used to all the rules and stuff. Yeah, I really don't know why Bellarmine hasn't kicked me out yet. Academic probation all junior year, cheating, all the jugs. I don't think the dean likes me too much, so I'm not sure why they still let me go, but I don't know.
Do you think that people can go through their 4 years at the Bellarmine College Preparatory without receiving a single jug?
4 years? You gotta be kidding me, no one can do that.
No.
Fitzsimmons, seeing please.
How about you?
No.
No, I just don't think that's realistic.
I tried, but no.
Really? No, that's ridiculous.
No,
My name's Bill Colucci. I'm a teacher here at Bellarmine in the Social Sciences Department. I've been here as my 5th year at Bellarmine. I'm also a member of the class of 1982, and during those 4 wonderful years, I managed to not obtain a single jug while in school. I don't think not having jug impacted me in any way. I managed to attend 4 years of college, went to law school, passed the bar, practiced law for a number of years, and have a wife and wonderful family. So I think it's been a positive experience for me, not having JUG. I do think that JUGs are an excellent form of punishment. I think it just keeps people in line, and I'll JUG anybody for just about anything. If they, look at me funny when I'm walking across the quad, I'll just JUG them.
So it was after school, and I was walking into my car, and I noticed that I had missed a phone call from my mom. Mom? Hey, yeah, you called earlier? Who died? Grandma? When I talked to her, she said that my grandma had died. You think I wouldn't see you just because I'm behind that tree? Cell phone. No. How many times I gotta say it? I'm very sorry. It's mine. I needed a new one anyway. And all of a sudden, Dean Costante pops out from behind a tree and gives me a JUG. You have no opportunity to get it back.
Well, you should talk to Mr. Costante about it. My name is Mary Conley, and I'm the assistant dean. In my 3 years here at Bellarmine, I have found that our system of JUG is an appropriate way to teach our students the means of being accountable for their actions, for
Miss Connoly? Are you all right?
yeah, my favorite time of the day, but sometimes we'll finish our reflections early and we'll have a little 5-minute chat about campus events or JUG issues or the question that has been asked.
So I was walking through the 300 wing, and I pulled out a piece of gum, put it in my mouth, and I was reaching for the trash can, and the wrapper slipped. And out of nowhere, Dean comes diving in. Starts yelling at me and telling me to get a JUG. Tried to argue with him, but he wasn't having any of it.
Go get a JUG! Well, I've been here for 2 years now at Bellarmine, serving as a dean. I love the opportunity that I have to give kids JUG. Day after day, I thrive on the moments that a kid is sent to my office for his dastardly deeds.
Undevelopment-like conduct with a personnel.
Give him a few lashings and just whack you in the head instead. Could that be verbal, physical? Take him out behind the woodshed, all that good stuff. Come on over to the JUG Asylum.
JUG in its essence is a hope to give the young man an opportunity to kind of stop and reflect upon what he's done and how it has disrupted the flow of the day.
Pick it up! Pick it up! I think often about the reflective component and what questions I need to ask that student so he learns to be the right Bellarmine Bell.
It's pretty tough going that extra 30 feet to the crosswalk. We found our own ways of getting across the street. They're pretty good.
Enough.
But when the crossing guards get us, they rough us up pretty bad. It's 3, 4, 5 hours to jug maybe. But we're pretty good about not getting caught. We're swift.
So school just got out, and I'm gonna go into JUG in room 105. Got caught talking on my cell phone. See how this goes. I'm kind of nervous here, but we'll see. Sitting at my desk, with my fellow juggies. Miss Connoly. Miss Connolly's our moderator, I guess.
Okay, guys, let's get this going. Mark Hayden. We're really on a roll here, aren't we? All right. Ben Houston, our film star. Gabe Leong.
I've been assigned to write down our JUG assignment.
Travis and
I
TJ.
think I've gotten on our good side. I get to write the essay.
Okay, take out a piece of paper, please, and a pen, and something to write with. We're answering this question for Mr. Costante. Question that Ben's putting on the board.
What is your
Ready?
So I just got assigned to a new JUG duty. I don't have to write the essays as usual. Instead, I'm going to be doing physical punishment. Instead of messing with my brain, they're going to be using my body. Going in here. Torture chamber.
Yeah, go back out here, and then the door right there, just go in there.
So I just dropped off my backpack in the dean's office. And it looks like a little sweet, cute little place. But bad things happen here. Bad things. Mrs. Lanier, the receptionist. Hello, Mrs. Lanier. I'm
Yes.
here for JUG duty.
Oh, okay. Could you recycle that for me?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. That'd be great.
Dragging this box of recyclables for my JUG. Now I'm carrying the box of recyclables for my JUG. Now I'm skipping with my box of recyclables for JUG. So I'm here at the recycle bin. I'm gonna dump my recyclables. So I just dumped my recyclables for JUG. So now I'm returning my box of recyclables to the receptionist, Miss Lanier. Just about to do it right now.
I might be able to use your this.
Okay.
Go ahead and do it.
Sometimes I like to draw on my paper. It makes me feel like I'm not in JUG. It helps me escape. I think it adds a certain flavor to my paper. It really is a good way to top it off.
I find that the Dean's topics for JUGs are quite astounding. I've always thought that, it's a good time in JUG to write what you're feeling, what you're thinking about these certain political and social problems that we have. I'm glad that the Dean allows us to think about such things.
So Ms. Connoly told me that I'm done with capital punishment now. On to filing papers until 3:25. So this is by far the worst punishment I've ever had in my life. So, JUG's over now, and they asked me to erase the board. It's quite an experience. What do I have to say about JUG? Well, it's baloney. They're ball cutters. They're ball cutters.
It was the most terrible experience of my life.
What am I saying?